Hello student, very good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think we were discuss about the problem based on chemical shift. First of all, let us see here problem is written over here. With the help of chemical shift values in table 7.2, predict the approximate delta values for the proton in the following molecule. And so far we have discussed three problems. Now let's look at the next problem, problem number 4 over here. Now see the structure which I am writing over here. Here this is the structure as you know that. The structure of this compound, the name of this compound is a furan as we know that. It is a 5-member heterocyclic aromatic compound. Heterocyclic means what? In addition, heterocyclic means one of the heteroatom like nitrogen, oxygen or sulfur replaced by carbon or the carbon atom from the ring may be heteroatom like oxygen or sulfur present in the ring and which will fulfill all the basic criteria for aromaticity. That compound are known as a aromatic heterocyclic compound, and it is a. And now observe the structure carefully. You will find here this you can call A and A. Means all are the identical proton present over here, and therefore this furan, if you put or place in a PMR spectrophotometer, scanning will take place and it will produce only one signal in the spectrum of this compound. Means one type of the proton, one type of proton, you can call it as A, and therefore one peak in PMR. That's it. This is a general way to answer this. And now approximate chemical shift values we are going to find out for this. So now A proton is a aromatic proton. A protons are aromatic protons which are de-shielded, due to anisotropic effect and will appear at 7.6 delta or ppm. This is the way you can discuss this type of the you can answer in this systematic way, then those are knowing the basic concept of PMR spectroscopy, they can solve these problem very effectively. Now let's move on to the next problem, which is problem number 5. Let's see over here. The problem, the structure will be this one, then CH2, CH, then there is a CH2, Cl, CH2Cl, and in this here is a C double bond O and H. Observe this structure very carefully, and first of all tell me how many types of protons are present in this molecule or in this compound. See here, total number of protons are 6 protons. Out of 6 proton, types of proton or kinds of proton you should find by looking the chemical environment around it, or the chemical environment around those is identical or different. Look at here, there is a CH2 group, here also has a CH2 group. Are these methylene proton are identical or different? Definitely they are different. Why they are different? If you look at this methylene group here, which is attached to the bromine atom, and this methylene group attached here to the chlorine atom, even though they are the methylene group, but their chemical environment of these two methylene group are different. Therefore definitely they are the different protons. Now if you look at, here is a 1 proton, here also has a 1 proton. Are these two proton identical or different? Same thing, these two are different protons. Why they are different? Because their attachment, their chemical environment, their neighbors are different, and therefore they are definitely different protons. Let us see over here the proton. This is aldehydic proton. I am labeling this A proton. Let's see here, this methylene, you can call it as a B proton. This you can call it as a C proton, and this you can call it as a D proton. Means there are 4 out of 6 proton, 4 types of there, 4 types of protons are there. So you can write 4 types of protons. Types of protons A, B, C and D. Therefore 4 peaks in PMR. 4 peaks in PMR. That's it. So simple sentence. 4 types of proton, A, B, C and D, and therefore 4 peaks in PMR. PMR means proton magnetic resonance. And now let us see here A proton. proton is aldehydic proton which is attached to sp2ch proton which is de-shielded and appear at and will appear at 9.7 delta or ppm. That's it. See very clearly, a proton, because there are 4 kind of proton and therefore definitely we will get the 4 signal in the PMR spectrum. Here a proton is aldehydic proton which is attached to the sp2 carbon and which is de-shielded due to the minus I effect of carbonyl group, due to minus I effect of carbonyl group, and will appear at 9.7 or 9.5 approximately we are writing. So remember that one, it doesn't make any difference, but here generally 9.7 delta or ppm which is for aldehydic proton. Now let us see another one, B proton. Here B protons are methylene protons which are de-shielded due to minus I effect of chlorine atom, and will appear at 4.1 delta or ppm. 4. I think chlorine is more 3.5 delta, not the, because fluorine has, if fluorine has there, that proton are more de-shielded, but here is a chlorine atom 3.5 delta or ppm. Now C protons are methylene protons which are de-shielded due to minus I effect of bromine atom, and will appear absorption will appear at 3.3 delta or ppm. And now is a D proton is methylene proton. D proton is methine proton. D proton is a methine proton which is de-shielded due to minus I effect of carbonyl group and will appear at 2.1 delta or ppm. That are the approximate values for this. So in this way we have learned the different chemical shift values for this. Let us see one more example here so that we can able to predict the problem based on it. Now let us see the problem number 6. Again let me draw here CH3O, then CH2, then CH2, C double bond O and CH3. This is a compound which I have written on the blackboard. Now you have to find out what type of how many types of protons are present, how many signal are you going to get. So if you see here methyl group here, this also has a methyl group. Are these two methyl group same or different? Here you can clearly observe these two methyl group, even though they are the two methyl group, but they are not identical. They are having chemical environment around it are different. This methyl group attached to oxygen atom, you know that it is more electronegative in nature, and now this methyl group attached to the carbonyl group, and therefore definitely both the methyl groups are in different chemical environment and therefore they are different. So I am labeling this one A proton and this methyl group must be B proton. Now look at these two methylene group also there, right? Methylene group. Now tell me whether these two methylene group are identical or different. Now here also as the same case, look at here, this methylene group has one neighbor oxygen and this methylene group has one neighbor is a carbonyl, and therefore these two methylene groups are not identical, they are definitely different, and therefore I am labeling this one is a C and this one is a D. So now four types of proton. Four types of proton, A, B, C and D. Four types of proton, A, B, C and D, and therefore four peaks in PMR. 4 peaks in PMR. In short, I am writing 4 peaks in PMR. Now, justification. A, protons are methyl protons which are de-shielded due to minus I effect of oxygen atom and will appear at 3.8 delta values, 3.8 delta or ppm. That's it. Now look at this methyl group. Again A, again B protons are methyl protons which are deshielded, once again, which are deshielded due to minus I effect, but that effect is not so pronounced, not so effective. Minus I effect due to minus I effect of carbonyl group, and will appear at 2.1 delta or ppm, parts per million. So this is the full form of ppm. Now let us see, this is a C proton. C protons are methylene protons which are again, once again, which are deshielded due to minus I effect of oxygen atom, and will appear at, here is a 3.5 we can write, and 3.8 delta or ppm. Now let us move on to the next. D protons are methylene protons which are deshielded due to minus I effect of carbonyl group, and will appear at 2.5 delta or ppm. So in this way we can easily determine the approximate chemical value or delta values for the proton of any molecule. I think we have taken enough example. So let me give one more example so that you can able to give the justification of those chemical shift values. And now let me give one more, I think maybe as a seventh example. Suppose you have this is one of the compound, the compound which I have written on the blackboard according to the zigzag pattern. Zigzag pattern has more benefits than the ordinary textures, and zigzag patterns are very easy to draw. It saves time and space, as well as it gives clear cut idea about that compound, and that's why zigzag patterns are more useful as compared to the others to understand the chemistry of the organic compound. Now, if you observe this structure carefully, what will you find over here? This molecule, whether it has a symmetry or not, we are trying to find out. First one, how much number of protons if you find over here. This corner is nothing but having 2 hydrogen atoms. This corner also 2 hydrogen atoms. This corner 2 hydrogen. This corner 2 hydrogen. This corner 2 hydrogen. This corner also 2 hydrogen atoms. Means total number of hydrogen atom present here are 12, right? Means here are 2 H and H, here also 2 H and H, here also 2 H and H, here also 2 H and H, because carbon atom has a 4 valency, and here while driving according to a zigzag pattern, we generally missing out the capital hydrogen atom and the capital carbon atom, and other than carbon and the hydrogen atom, whatever elements are present, they are clearly shown with their valencies. Look at here, nitrogen atom has a 3 valency, here also has a 3 valency. Here are 2 hydrogen as it is. Means there are, if you count the number of hydrogen atom present in this compound, you will find there are 12 hydrogen atoms are there, 4 and 4, 8 and 4 are 12 hydrogen atom. Out of that, are these 12 hydrogen atom are identical or different? Yes, if they are identical, they will produce only one signal. If they are different, they will produce different NMR signals. But if you look at the environment around these protons, these two are identical because neighbor are CH2 nitrogen, here also CH2 nitrogen, here also CH2 nitrogen, CH2 means if you see this structure, if you observe this structure very closely, you will find all protons are identical. So here one type of proton which is A, all are A, all are the identical, and therefore one peak in PMR, and now one type of proton and therefore one peak in PMR. A protons are methylene protons which are de-shielded, due to minus I effect of nitrogen atom, and will appear at maybe as a 3.2 delta or ppm. That's it. So in this way you can solve the problem based on this. Approximately you can find out the values of those molecule. I think we have discussed enough example. Based on it, I hope you will find out the approximate values. You will be able to find out the approximate values by knowing the chemical values of that particular protons, by using the values which are given in a table, and in question paper also. At the end of the question paper they are providing these values, and by observing those values you can easily find out its structure. I think with this, let us stop today's lecture over here. Remaining point we will discuss in our next lecture. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.